Welcome back! Our last couple of videos highlighted the concept of presenting instruction and the importance of presenting well. We wanted to make it very clear that there are a number of ways to present well, whether it be the use of a traditional model, an inductive model, or even a flipped classroom model. Regardless of your instructional preferences, however, we wanted to share some information on the importance of modeling, which refers to the use of clear illustrations and examples for learners. So, why model? Well, in short, it is hard for students to imitate instruction without seeing or doing that instruction. Just as a reference point, if I told you I wanted you to make a paper airplane, for example, would you prefer to follow along with me while I made a paper airplane with you? Or would you rather just have me read off some instructions? That is the educational concept behind modeling. You don't want to be told what to do. You want to be shown, given examples and guides to help you out. You want to perform the task with me. That is probably one of the reasons that YouTube tutorials have become so popular. Need to know how to fix a sink? Change the oil in your car? Well, you, like millions of others, may go straight to online tutorials for advice. Let me give you a small example. Paper. Thank you. Elaborating on the paper airplane illustration I just mentioned, to demonstrate just how powerful modeling is. First, I'm going to take this piece of paper, and if you have a piece of paper, well, feel free to join along with me. I want you to fold a paper diagonally, and fold it from the top right corner to the bottom left corner so that the two corners are touching. Fold it in half. Good. And then unfold it. Perfect. So, if you listen to my verbal instructions, I asked you to fold diagonally from corner to corner. But if you followed my model, what I did was simply divide a paper in half like this. So, which did you do? Did you follow my instructions, or did you follow my modeling? Well, if you are like most people, the visual support, the modeling, is much more powerful than the verbal instructions. Now, why model in language instruction? One simple reason, to be quite honest, is that language is difficult. Students are still trying to understand a teacher, and thus may not have the full understanding of what is wanted or required of them. Further, students often misunderstand the level of detail required to complete a task, and can underestimate or overestimate the complexity of detail, grammatical level, and length. A good model can help guide students to an understanding of what you expect. But be careful. Often providing a single model can cause students to follow the model so closely that they do not produce original speech or thought. Thus, a model can actually inhibit student production because it can limit creative thinking. I have seen my students end up repeating much of the same thing they have just seen or read in the model I have provided. So, 2 hints. First, provide more than one model. If you can, provide models that meet the requirements but that are very different from each other. You can even use these competing models to evaluate the strengths and weaknesses of each model. There is no doubt that I have had brilliant students write brilliant poems, paragraphs, essays, and so forth that are very different from each other. Make sure you collect strong student work so that you can use them as templates in future classes. I always keep the best stuff. And that is how I am able to show more than one model. Besides showing more than one model, another thing that experienced teachers do is hold off giving models until after a first draft or first attempt by the learners. By giving students time to freely explore their own speaking or writing, you are giving them the creative freedom to do something that might be quite different from the model you will eventually provide. When you introduce a model at a later time, they can compare their own writing to the model rather than simply copy. All right, that is all for now. In our next video, we are going to have our 3 teachers demonstrate different kinds of modeling and show off their expertise once again. See you then.